6, 2019. I'm your host, Alex Jones, and I'm honored and blessed to be here. They've had everything from the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Texas Monthly try to piss down the backs of the American people and tell them that InfoWars had a horrible year. InfoWars had an amazing year for the target, and predicting the launch of nationalism worldwide, the rebirth of populism, and that the globals would try to kill the economy and that they would try to collapse our borders. We're proud to be here telling the truth. We're proud to be here standing firm for this nation. Now, I have a lot of incredible stuff to break down today. I'm particularly prepared. You would say I've been in fuego lately when it comes to research. I was researching at midnight last night. And I was up at 5:15 researching. Because there's a quickening happening. So before I hit this whole... that are working against this country at this critical time, it's just flabbergasting. It'd be one thing to be working for another system if you're just a sociopath who was giving more power, but this destroys you. But it's part of the mental illness. As usual, I talk about Drudge Report and Drudge being really smart and doing a great job. But man, I do know who runs it now. Most folks don't. And it's just so on target that I sleep good at night knowing there's other people out there that get it. Now, because you'd think this would be top story on the New York Times, the Washington Post. I saw this morning, and I went, wow, let me type that into Google and Bing. And there was nothing being said. And I said, well, I don't just believe Zero Hedge. I said, not that they're bad, but Ronald Reagan said trust but verify. So I searched what they said, and guess what? It was in the People's Daily. It was in the official statements of the Communist Party of China. And in fact, I'd seen a lot of this in the last week. The dictator for life, Xi, saying hey, we already took over Hong Kong. We'll invade Taiwan, because we have a defense agreement with, and has weapons, including high-tech anti-aircraft and anti-ship. And that was a whole story in and of itself, that he's threatening, not just to invade Taiwan, and meeting at the big communist bureau with live video feeds with them chanting, we're ready for war. It's on newswars.com, infowars.com right now. There's almost no U.S. media coverage, and if there is, it's pro-Beijing. I mean... it's like this one story, I could do 10 hours. Emergency broadcast on air. Oh, my God, look at their weapons. Look at what they're doing. But let's just get into this one piece of collapsing. China and the EU trying to kill our economy, Trump valiantly battling under attack, internal and external. How could you not have your heart skip a beat when you know Trump's for your own interest? And now they're trying to kill the economy. It's crazy is what it is, because this should be cut and dry. So, Zero Hedge, Tyler Durkin. In landmark speech, Xi threatens violence against Taiwan. And I didn't just believe this. I went and read it in the damn commie newspaper. Demands peaceful reunification. So he says, we're ready to invade Taiwan. We're ready to blast U.S. forces. We're ready to invade wherever we want. He even said we're going to take islands and physically hold them that in 2,000-year-old maps the Chinese never even laid claim to in the Philippines. Oh, I'm sure the Filipinos will roll over to that. I'm joking. Didn't go too well for the Japanese. So this guy is on his power trip. And let's go through this article. Him at the meetings, the videos, show it to TV viewers, because he's up there with all of them lined up in their weird black suits and everything. And you read these quotes by him, and he says, we've already taken Hong Kong. We're going to take Taiwan. We'll use forces if we need to. Our militaries are based there. If the U.S. tries to block us, and he lists these islands that are down in Vietnam and off the coast, we're talking like hundreds of yards off the coast of the Philippines, that we're going to start attacking U.S. ships. So here's the announcement. The dictator who heads up a communist dictatorship that's killed 5 times what Hitler did is threatening to preemptively invade Taiwan and attack the United States. And that's not the top story in the United States. It's 1,400,000,000 people. They've got thousands of nuclear weapons. They've got missiles that can hit us because Clinton gave it to them. And he's on television. Let me show you this article from Zero Hedge. Again, my printout didn't do it, but you scroll down, it's not just him here. It's them all with the military standing and him in the middle. And it's got his videos of his statements. I spent 2 hours today checking all this to make sure it was accurate. 2 hours. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying the average American better start getting what's going on. They've been shooting at our ships. And man, in some cases, they're 800 miles away from China. Yeah, there's the photo. And then he goes over and does a video newscast threatening to preemptively attack the U.S. I mean, this is like way past the Cuban Missile Crisis. This is insane. And there's almost nothing on our news. It's like, well, Trump screwed up. You know, Xi will deal with him. And I read Reuters. Yeah, Xi was at Davos again. They're all behind him. Well, thank God Xi bought up Hollywood. We'll beat these American upstarts, and we'll beat these. I read it in their policy papers. The professors go, there's a quid by Trump and Alex Jones and people like Tucker Carlson, and we're going to, working with other partners like Juncker and Xi, we'll stop it. I mean, it's like the stuff out of a science fiction comic book. But this is Hollywood. This is the universities. They literally romanticize China, that is the most racist, hateful, murderous country on earth. Chinese people are good on average, but I'm just saying, towards the lower class, towards anybody that isn't Chinese, oh my God, it is the craziest Stockholm syndrome I've ever seen. And that's just one story in our repertoire today. And, you know, Trump could be a jerk, which he's not. And if he was standing for our sovereignty and our jobs and against the Chi-Com threat, I would stand with him. But instead, I cannot believe that, you know what it is? People put their finger in the wind. They go, okay, well, we got Hollywood, we got the EU, we got the big banks, we got this, the public's weak, we got else. Trump's going to go down, and they have all these globalists threatening everybody and that's in his administration and threatening his supporters. So they all get scared, well, maybe we shouldn't support him. When the threat is these lunatics running things, the heir of the Nazi fortune, kissing Xi and saying we'll defeat America in public statements, and that they're ready to blow our ass off, and Juncker and the head of France, Macron, a month ago saying the EU army is to stop Trump. Holy hell, we're about to see Hitler Part 2 with the Chi-Coms this time. Where are people's instincts? We're ending the year. 2018 has been tumultuous. It's been an insane year. And InfoWars has continued with the deplatforming and the lawsuits, the demonization and the attacks and everything else because of one thing. Our supporters, our listeners, our viewers understand that what we're doing is a critical mission, not just for InfoWars, not just for America, but for the world. And that the globalists wouldn't be trying to shut us down if we weren't telling the truth, if we weren't effective. So the old World War II saying, I've quoted it probably 5,000 times, but it's so true, I've got to do it again. You know, a lot of cliches are cliches because they're accurate. A lot of stereotypes are stereotypes because they're true. In World War II, they didn't really have radar yet, the British, but not in airplanes. They had them on the mainland for the Battle of Britain. But our aircraft didn't have radar. And so they'd fly in with a chart and a map over Italy or over Germany or over Nazi-held areas of Eastern Europe. And they weren't sure where to hit. They had general areas of what tank manufacturing facility or munitions manufacturing facility they were supposed to hit, or what power plant they were supposed to hit. But they learned, because the Germans couldn't help it, that they would put anti-aircraft guns around where it was really at. And so first they'd they would send in reconnaissance planes to get shot at, and wherever they radioed in, they got shot at the most. Lo and behold, they'd find that's where the factories were. So the saying, when you know you're over the target, when you're getting the most flak, comes from that. And so that's what we do here, is we go and we find out where the most flak is, and we find out where the biggest attack is and what pisses them off the most. And lo and behold, that turns out to be the most accurate information. So as we prepare to close out this year, I want to thank you for the incredible support. I want to point out, you've got the best water filtration, the best air filtration, the best books, the best films, the best survival gear, the best storable food. We've got whatever the best is. I go out, I make a great deal to sell it to you at the lowest price available so that you get a great product, and so you reorder and you appreciate what we're doing, because I want to serve you well. I want to treat you the way I want to be treated. So this year, InfoWarsStore.com, InfoWarsLife.com, we're extending all the Christmas specials out until January 1st. And we've been successful, thanks to your support, selling out of almost our whole inventory, so we won't have the inventory taxes. But let me tell you, you did a great job, but we did a great job too. Free shipping store-wide, 50 to 75% off everything. Double Patriot points on your next order, and a free t-shirt with every order. That, a few days left until the end of this year. And some items have already sold out, but everything else that we still have is a 50 to 75% off store-wide free shipping, and a free t-shirt, and of course, so many other great items. And in fact, I'm told in a day or two, all t-shirts will be sold out, so there'll be a new free item like colloidal silver or something like that. The point is, take advantage of year-end sales. Help support the InfoWar. Get the best deals out there. A true 360 win. InfoWarsStore.com. Store.com. InfoWarsStore.com.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show. We now take you live to the Central Texas Command Center in the heart of the resistance, rallying patriots worldwide. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Dictator has announced that it's ready to militarily invade Taiwan and attack U.S. ships anywhere in the South China Sea. They've said, prepare for war. It's unbelievable declaration. So people need to stand by and be counted and decide whether they're for America and freedom or with the biggest mass murderers in history. This is getting insane. And ZeroHedge.com, Infowars.com have it posted. All the insane links. But here is the bombshell of bombshells that we're going to show you live on radio and TV right now. For TV viewers, you'll be able to see this. For radio listeners, I'll describe how you do this. Let's pull up Google live on screen right now if we can. You've heard how Chinese began to make fun of the Chinese dictator because he sounds in Chinese like Winnie the Pooh. Oh, hello, Christopher Robin. That's how they think he sounds. And they are Chinese, and they think that Winnie the Pooh sounds like him, and he sounds like that.